Hello, freaks of the world! Welcome to Fake News Weekly. I'm your host, the Chaotic Freak, and we are on channel UC8, me, Matt, PZE. And today we're going to be covering a lot of cool stories along with our man on the scene, King Kong. Say hi, King Kong.
Hi there.
So, the first story we're going to cover is about a dog that was stuck in a river the other day. This dog was stranded hanging onto a branch for dear life when a rather small cat, but very strong cat, swam through the river, picked up the dog on its shoulders, dragged the dog to the shoreline, and then proceeded to check its fur and heartbeat and stuff and make sure it was fine. When it was sure the dog's vitals were good, the dog then proceeded to eat the cat in a rather horrifying turn of events. In other news, a swarm of bats recently attacked a man who then claimed he had turned into a vampire. However, these were fruit bats, so he then started eating a whole lot of fruit, and then insisted everyone call him Gandhi. No one's sure exactly who this man is or why he insists to be called Gandhi, since Gandhi was obviously a very fictional character that no one actually believes in, just like Santa Claus and Rudolph. But
and the chupacabra.
What?
Also horses.
Yeah, horses aren't real. I mean, come on. Gandhi, let's be honest. Gandhi was never existed, and even if he did exist, who would actually be a fruitarian? So, I would like to take you all into the Amazon with King Kong here. King Kong, can you explain to us why you do not have a cameraman at the moment?
Well, you see, he was swallowed whole by a new discovered species by Agent Carteroid. Carteroid was here on the scene, and he saw it all firsthand. He told me that my cameraman was eaten alive by a shake.
A shake?
A shake.
What exactly is a shake, King Kong?
Well, as Mr. Doctor...
I'm sorry, can I just call you Kong?
That is quite alright, thank you, Mr.
Okay.
Freak.
Yeah, just call me Freak, that's fine.
Alright, Mr. Freak, I will call you Mr. Freak.
Okay, so what is a shake then, according to Agent Carteroid?
As Agent Dr. Philosopher Carteroid had explained it to me, a shake is the subtle combination of a shark and a snake together. They are land-bound, and they swallowed my cameraman whole.
Okay, I'm sorry, I have a couple of questions about this story. So first of all, this Carteroid is a doctor, an agent, and a philosopher all?
Yes, a double agent of sorts, triple even.
Okay, how old is this
What
person?
was your job description again? Yeah, Yeah. Okay, I don't know how to explain this to you so that you will all understand. So, moving on.
Okay, so a shark-snake hybrid swallowed your cameraman whole, is that correct?
Yes, it's quite like an alligator, but without the legs.
Okay, could you please explain to me how you didn't get swallowed along with him? And also, if you are the great King Kong, why didn't you just beat the shake away?
I wasn't there at the moment. I was in the bathroom. There was a nice porta potty by one of the construction workers. You know, the people cutting down the trees.
Okay, what are they cutting down the trees for exactly?
Beats me. Paper?
I mean, I thought you said it was a construction worker. I assumed that he was building something.
I don't know what they're called. I'm sorry.
So what you're saying is you don't know what a lumberjack is?
Oh, that's the exact term I couldn't think of. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out for everybody to see.
Okay, is there anything else of important note going down the Amazon? I heard that there were ravens that were trying to kill prey rather than just scavenge dead carcasses. Because, carcasses aren't always dead. So, can you please tell us about the ravens?
Well, the ravens, they are very into art, as I understand it. I had eyewitnesses that told me about them and how they were taking these various different parts and pieces to create very obscure and contemporary sculptures of beautiful work and craftsmanship, at least for a raven.
So they're not killing people to eat them, they're killing people to create art.
This is correct.
That is very interesting. I never knew that any raven would be capable of such a feat. Do you know what raven may have started this movement?
I do not know what raven could have started such a movement. Perhaps some sort of great black raven, the king of all ravens, even.
I see. That's a very interesting thing. I
Oh,
also
this is terrible. I just saw Raven kill Bastille. This is just absolutely horrible. What was he doing here in the first place?
I'm sorry, who is Bastille?
Bastille, I'm the band, but I meant the singer for Bastille.
Oh, I didn't even know that he was down there in the Amazon. Can you try to get us an interview with his last breath?
Bastille, what can you tell me about this horrible accident or maiming that you're going through? These are the things we lost in the fire. Thank you, Mr. Bastille. That's not my name. I'm sorry. You're dead now. I need to get away from this before I am next.
Yes, do not get too close to the ravens. You never know. I heard they like gorilla eyes.
They wouldn't be able to take my eyes. I'm far too large for their tastes.
Which reminds me,
peckers could
with how
never
large you
reach
are, how
inside my
exactly
soul.
are you able to communicate with all these people so easily?
Little did you know I can shapeshift. Only my size. So I'm a size shifter, not a shapeshifter. Common misconception. But to introduce the concept to you, I called it a shapeshifter.
Does this mean that most shapeshifters are actually size shifters?
No, it's again a common misconception. They are two different strains of mutation.
Okay, how many size shifters do you think there are currently in the world?
Well, I've never met any other one quite like myself. I believe I'm the only one at the current time.
Okay, so another thing that I've heard about what was going down in the Amazon, down under. I'm trying to be hip, but that's actually Australia where you say down under, isn't it? So I also heard that they are trying to.
I thought that was Antarctica. No, Atlantis.
Atlantis did go under, but was under the sea, just like the Little Mermaid, who, unlike Gandhi, is a very real character. Do not make the mistakes. I've heard people say that Gandhi is real and the Little Mermaid is fake. Those people are horrible.
Did they not have their first grade history class?
I guess not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I flunked out, but at least I learned something while I was there. Honestly.
Right.
Anyway, so I heard that down there in the Amazon, they are trying to create a new type of game system that will actually put players into the game that is supposed, and their game's supposed to be very difficult to where you die frequently, and every time you die, you feel the pain of each death throughout the entire game experience, and then when you finally come back into life, you actually die, but feel that pain for eternity. It sounds like a really interesting concept. Can you please tell us a bit more about that?
Well, they have a certain sort of new technology, if you will, called a ghost chip. You see, this ghost chip puts you inside the game, and it's more as if it puts your consciousness in the game. Therefore, if you die in the game, you die in real life. Your consciousness is void of existence, and therefore your body is void of consciousness.
So really, you can only die once.
Correct? It's a very high-stakes kind of system. Very expedited, very, very expensive.
Yes. Where exactly do they get the funding for all of this? I mean, isn't the Amazon like one of the poorest?
From the lumberjacks, of course!
Oh, of course. That makes so much sense. Obviously. Because
Exactly.
the lumberjacks are paying them to chop down the forest, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Or paying them for the service, for the ability to chop down the forest. Alright, well, back in America, where I currently am, the only other thing of note that's currently on the newsreel for tonight is the story of a strange woman who tried to give birth to what do you call those little demon chupacabras? That's what it is, a chupacabra. Trying to give birth to a chupacabra by having sex with two animals at once while also having sex with a human. But here's the thing. The human was actually doing it orally. That's the part I found confusing. Unfortunately, this woman did not get pregnant, so now she's trying to find a way to genetically fuse multiple sperms of multiple different creatures so she can give birth to a devil because she wants to end all of humanity. And I think that's it for this week. Thank you for joining me, King Kong. You're fired. I'm sure that next week I'll have something totally different. Maybe.
What?
Don't worry about it. You'll be receiving a letter in about 10 seconds about it anyway. So, thank you all for joining this excellent newsreel. If you
I'm
did
the
enjoy
real
it, please
victim
sure
here,
to...
not the children that were forced into existence. You want a new story? Look at this! He's fighting King Kong!
Did you just pound on your chest?
That I did.
I could barely hear it. You must be in a small form right now.
I am in a very small, petite, twinkish form.
If you did enjoy this, please be sure to, subscribe to this news channel. And also, please be sure to, leave your feedback on the video, whether you enjoyed it or whether you disliked it.
The size of a skinny white male.
That's what you shrank down to?
Yes.
That's not that small. I mean, maybe for you it is.
You know nothing about proportions.
With all that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see all of you in the next Fake News Weekly. Goodbye, everyone.
I hope you all have a good day, because I certainly won't. I'll be looking for a job.
Sucks to be a Kong.